Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just want to thank you for subscribing. I realize I have 15 subscribers so far. I posted a video yesterday and I was really surprised to know that people have subscribed to my channel already, and I am really appreciative of it. Those 15 people, I'm going to ask you to share with your family and your friends, and tell a friend, tell a co-worker, and they can also share with their family and their friends, so we can actually get you know get my channel up and running and to where it's supposed to be. I really appreciate it. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing to my channel. Now I decided to do another video this afternoon, just to, give you guys insight as to how I migrated from Canada. Sorry, how I migrated from Jamaica and came to Canada, and ask you guys to leave a topic that you would like for me to focus on, like say for example anything that has to do with, well, it can be any topic still within reason, but the areas that right now that I want to focus on is anything with health, wellness, um, say for example immigration, and I'll definitely speak and I'll do research, and as I said in my prior video, to give information that can be helpful to everybody or assist people who wants to migrate to Canada. So my video is really, I just want to give you guys just a little bit more insight as to who I am. So prior to migrating to Canada, I used to work with a one of the big four accounting firm, and anybody who is in the accounting world, that when I say big four, they will know what I mean. I don't know right now if we still have the big four in Jamaica, but I know that at the time when I was there, it was Big Four. Okay, I'm not gonna say the specific one because anybody who know me know which one that I used to work at, and I just really don't want to divulge that right now. I might do it later, but I might not do it. I'm not gonna do it right now. So I was comfortable, to be honest, being in Jamaica. It's not like I was actively seeking to leave Jamaica, because Jamaica is, despite our problems and our issues, Jamaica is a beautiful country, and it takes leaving Jamaica to actually appreciate Jamaica. If anybody who migrate know what I mean, no matter how they might say to you, oh, you live in a big country or whatever, things nice and everything, we do miss Jamaica. And well, I'm speaking for myself. I miss Jamaica. Okay, so I wasn't, as I said, I wasn't actively seeking to migrate, but I had a cousin who also worked for the same auditing firm that I worked with at the time. And she was leaving, I think it was in 2007, if my memory serves me correctly. But I think it was in 2007 that when she was leaving, we, I think we had lunch, and she said, she explained to me, she said to me, I'm migrating to Canada, and I just want you to know, like, there are certain programs running, and this is what I did to migrate to Canada. No, even though Jamaicans will have the mindset that, everybody want migrate for a big foreign, as we call it. When we say big foreign, we're speaking about Canada, the USA, England. I think those are the three that we, most Jamaicans at the time, we focus on. Things of time have changed now and people incorporate other things, but you know, at the time it was that. So when she said that to me now, I decided that okay, just give me all the information that you have, and I will, decide to, I look into it. And when I look into it, I realized that really this is something that I can do. Granted, it asks for a certain amount of money, you know, and I will go into all of that in the next video. In the next video to come, what I'm gonna try to do is to not probably not the immediate video after this one, but what I'm gonna try to do in a probably the video after that is to basically get the information of the different avenues that are still available in order to migrate to Canada legally. You know, you have different ways that people come, but I mean to migrate here as a permanent resident. So that will take you into your permanent resident. Because when I came to Canada as a landed immigrant through that program. At the airport, I was given my landed papers. I wasn't given my permanent resident card, but I will get into that into another in I said as I said the videos to come. But I just want to, back to my story. So after she told me, I got on it and I did, I went on the website, I click on the link, and then I did what I was supposed to do. Granted that it took quite a few years. So one of the things that I want people to remember, or you guys to remember, is that it just don't happen overnight. It takes time for the process to go through, because I think I started it in 2007, and then I didn't migrate here until 2012 November. In between that, there was a lot of stuff that was like, personally happening in my life. So when when I got through, I wasn't like excited. Everybody would be excited to come to Canada. I was not excited. I was just going through too much, but I decided to take the leap and come to Canada. So as I said, I used a skilled worker program. At the time, they had the skilled worker program. And I think in the professional world, when I say the professional world, I'm talking about the business area. Um, Back home, we consider people who, like accountants, nurses, doctors. You know what I mean when I say the professional world. I think about 50% of individuals who were working in the professional world knew about the skilled work program that Canada had. However, like it was not geared towards just Caribbean people. It was geared worldwide to any foreign national, any country. They had that skilled work program going on. But I think for us in Jamaica, we as a people, we did not like share the information, right? It was not until I came to Canada that I realized that, oh my gosh, you have so many different nationalities that use that same program. Long, long, long before the 2000s, they were actually coming here on that program. I think that when I came here, I realized that there were so many different um, nationalities, Asian, Europeans, other Caribbean countries. So many people use that program to come here. I think when I came here, that program was kind of wrapping up or slowing down, or they were making tweaks to it that wouldn't accommodate certain categories that at that time, if a lot of Jamaicans knew about it and decided that they wanted to migrate, they could have with their family, to be honest. Because I remember when I started doing it, and granted, I told people about it. I did. When I found out, I told family and I told friends who I knew would qualify for the program. I did tell them about it, and I'll get into that in other videos. So when I might digress a little bit, but I'm just trying to bring the whole story together. So when I looked on that list, it was actually they were accepting bank tellers, they were accepting pharmacists, they were accepting nurses, they were accepting tax consultants, they were accepting auditors, they were accepting down to accounting clerks, accounting, I mean, when I say clerks, I mean payables, receivable, whatever, whatever profession you were in the business world, in the healthcare field, and in other field. Once you had a profession, then once you were deemed as, being a professional, you could have actually qualified for the program. Now, when you start that program, there are like other criteria that you have to fill when you're doing the skill worker program. Say for example, it goes by a point system. So the more points you have is the more likely chance that you have to get through on the program, because it's a qualifying basis. Because remember, you're actually doing the filing for yourself to migrate to another country, right? There's nobody like doing it for you. So you're responsible for yourself when you come to Canada. So at that time, I think they were asking for like about 10,000 Canadian dollar. You had to do like English qualifying test that you had to do at the British Embassy. You had to pay for that. There, you had to basically submit all your documentation. And I think at one point, some of the points that you get if you have a relative living here, and you can prove that your relative is actually living in Canada by getting their documentation, you get more points for that. And that's why that's how a lot of people use their migrated to Canada. Because remember, Canada is a big country and it's cold, so you don't have a lot of, like how people you have go in droves to the US. They don't go in droves to Canada. So Canada had those programs at that time open, and I think it's still going on. To be honest, I'm gonna do my research. As I said, I'm promising you guys I'm gonna do my research, and I'm gonna give you information that basically tell you if the program is still going on, what links you can go to find out if the program is still going on, if you can qualify for the program, or what programs that are still going on now that people are using. Because people come to Canada every single day. People migrate here. And if you have Jamaicans, who want to come to Canada, and I can find that information to give them, you best believe it, I'm gonna give them that information. I'm not a gatekeeper for anything. I'm not holding back anything. And that's how I came. And I'm glad I came that way. Because coming to a country like Canada, when I go into more depth in my other video, you will realize that it's easier to find your way. The transition is still difficult, but imagine being here. You come here legally, and you find difficulty, because if you don't know what you're doing, you will pack your bags, and many Jamaicans have done it. You'll pack your bags and go back home, because it does take some adjustment to be here. It takes strong will. It takes thinking that, okay, I'm starting all over again, and this is what I have to do. I'm gonna be focused. This is where I'm going with myself. I have family back home. This is how I wanna do. This is what I wanna do to help them. Stuff like that. As I said, I'm gonna digress sometimes. Just bear with me. We're having a conversation here, and I'm gonna, if something comes to mind, I'm just gonna drop it in. It's not. It's a free channel. We just gonna talk. So as I said before, people have been using that avenue to come to Canada, and I wish at that time when I was doing the process, I had told some of my friends about it at the time. I did tell them, but I think I'm gonna be honest, I told them after I got through, to be honest, because I didn't know where it was gonna lead. And so sometimes we're like that. We don't want to jinx, you know. We don't want to jinx the whole process. Sometimes it's better you just keep your mouth closed until certain things happen. Yeah, that kind of situation, you know. So that's my little gist of how I came here, you know, and I'm gonna go into more details like when I came here or I navigated stuff, what I found. I'm gonna speak to my experience being in Canada. I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for myself. I can only speak about my experience, nobody else's experience. Some people come, they have it. It's like this for them, you know. While some people come, it's like this slow movement, and some people it's a in between, a little bit of slow, a little bit of slow, and it move fast, then it might slow down a little bit. Some people come and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It just did not work for them. They pack their bags and they're like, this is not for me, I'm going back to Jamaica. Because as I said, it were these professionals that came here on that program, and some of them really had a good life back home despite the challenges that we might people might think that we have in Jamaica. You know, some people decide that, you know what, I prefer face the challenges back in Jamaica than start this all over again. Because to be honest, coming to Canada, it's like you're starting back all over again. So this is it. I come to the end of my video now, and I want you guys to, as I said, like my video, comment, share with your family and friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a neighbor to tell a family member, and keep the movement going. Okay? We are 15 subscribers in right now, and I want us to grow from strength to strength. Thanks for listening to my video. I really appreciate it, you know. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.